Prince of Denmark, a play by William Shakespeare, read for you by Weirdo Fries. But wait a minute, hold on. You don't know this. This isn't Spark Notes. This isn't the actual book. This is a translation. But have you seen this translation? No. Say it with me. Have you seen this translation? No. So, you can get it in the description down below. Act 1 is free. Let's go. Hamlet time! Act 1, Scene 1. Elsinore, a platform before the castle. Francisco and Bernardo, 2 guards, come in. Who's there? No, you answer me. Stop and identify yourself. Long live the king. Bernardo? That's me. Oh, you showed up right on time. It's just struck 12. So go to bed, Francisco. Thanks for the break. It's freezing and I feel awful inside. Was your shift quiet? Not a single mouse moved. All right, good night. If you see Horatio and Marcellus, the ones covering my shift, tell them to hurry. I think I hear them coming. Stop! Who's there? Friends of this land and loyal subjects of the Danish king. Good night to you. Farewell, good soldier. Who's taking over for you? Bernardo's on now. Good night to you both. He exits. Hey, Bernardo. Tell me, is Horatio with you? Part of me, anyway. Welcome, Horatio. And welcome, Marcellus. So, has that thing shown up again tonight? I haven't seen anything. Horatio thinks it's just our imagination, and he refuses to believe in this terrifying thing we've seen twice now. So, I've convinced him to come stand watch with us tonight. That way, if it shows up again, he can see it with his own eyes and maybe talk to it. Come on. It's not going to show up. Sit down for a bit and let us try once more to hammer into your stubborn ears what we've seen these past 2 nights. All right, let's sit and hear Bernardo tell it. Just last night, when the same star out west of the North Star had finished its path and lit up the patch of sky with shining now, Marcellus and I, right as the clock struck 1, wait, stop talking. It's coming again. The ghost enters. It looks exactly like the dead king. You're the educated one. Talk to it, Horatio. Doesn't it look just like the king? Look closely, Horatio. It really does. It chills me to the bone and fills me with dread and amazement. It seems like it wants to be spoken to. Ask it something, Horatio. Who are you, showing up at this hour of night, wearing that noble and warlike look that our dead king of Denmark used to have when he marched to battle? By heaven, I order you to speak. You've offended it. Look, it's walking away. Wait, speak. I command you to speak. The ghost exits. It's gone, and it won't say a word. What's this, Horatio? You're shaking and you've gone pale. Doesn't this seem like more than just our imagination? What do you make of it? I swear to God, I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it clearly with my own eyes. Doesn't it look exactly like the king? Just as much as you look like yourself. That was the same armor he wore when he fought against that ambitious king of Norway. And he frowned just like that once, when during a heated meeting, he struck down the sled-riding poles on the frozen river. It's so strange. This is the 3rd time now, always at this exact dead hour, that he's marched past our watch in that soldierly way. I don't know exactly what it means, but overall, I think it's a sign that something terrible is about to shake up our country. All right then, well, sit down and someone explain it, if you know, why we've got this strict round-the-clock guard duty that keeps everyone in the kingdom working through the night, and why we're constantly casting cannons and buying weapons from abroad, why so many shipbuilders are working non-stop, not even resting on Sundays. What's going on that's got everyone rushing so frantically that night and day are working side by side? Who can tell me what this all means? I can explain. At least this is what people are saying. Our late king, whose ghost just showed up, was challenged to single combat by Fortinbras of Norway, who was driven by pride and rivalry. In that fight, our brave Hamlet, yes, that's what everyone called him on our side of the world, killed Fortinbras, who, by a sealed treaty, had agreed that if he died, he'd forfeit all his lands to Hamlet. In exchange, our king had pledged an equal amount of land, which would have gone to Fortinbras if he'd won. That was all written out clearly in the treaty. So those lands rightly passed to Hamlet when Fortinbras lost. Now, sir, young Fortinbras, full of wild, untested ambition, has been gathering a bunch of reckless fighters out on the edges of Norway, scraping together an army, feeding them just enough to keep them ready for some daring mission. And it's pretty clear what that is. He wants to win back by force the lands his father lost to ours. And that, I think, is why we've all got these war preparations, these constant guards and the frantic rush all over the kingdom. Yeah, I think that's exactly it. It makes sense that this ominous ghost shows up on our watch wearing the exact armor of the dead king who's at the very heart of this brewing war. It's like a tiny speck that still stings the mind's eye. Back in ancient Rome, right before mighty Julius Caesar was killed, the graves broke open and the dead rose up, wrapped in their shrouds, shrieking and babbling in the streets. There were fiery comets, blood falling like dew, dark spots and strange disasters on the sun, and the moon, which rules over the seas, was so eclipsed it looked sick enough to bring the end of days, just like those signs warning of violent things to come. As if fate always sends messengers ahead. Both heaven and earth have shown us ominous signs. Here, in our own land, and to our own people, the ghost comes back in. Wait, look, there it comes again. I'm going to block its path, even if it curses me. Stop, ghost! If you have any voice, any power to speak, talk to me. If there's anything good I can do that might bring you peace and bring me honor, speak to me. If you know what danger is coming for our country and telling us might help us stop it, oh, speak. Or if you hid away some stolen treasure in the ground while you were alive, the kind of secret that they say makes spirits wander after death, tell us about it. Stop and speak. The rooster crows. Get it, Marcellus? Should I take a swing at it with my spear? Do it if it won't stay put. It's over here. No, it's over here. The ghost exits. It's gone. We were wrong to threaten it with violence. Something so majestic shouldn't be treated like that. Besides, it's like air, untouchable, and swinging at it was just us foolishly mocking what we can't hurt. It looked like it was about to say something when the rooster crowed, and then it jumped back, like something guilty that's been called out. And I've heard that the rooster, which is like a trumpet announcing morning, wakes up the god of day with its loud, sharp cry. And when that happens, any wandering spirits, whether from the sea, fire, earth, or air, rushes back to where it belongs. And what just happened here proves that might be true. Yeah, it vanished the moment the rooster crowed. Some people say that around the time we celebrate our Savior's birth, the rooster keeps singing all through the night. And during that time, no spirit dares to wander. The nights stay pure, no evil spirits bring harm, no fairy can bewitch, no witch's spell works. That time is so blessed and holy, nothing dark can touch it. Yeah, I've heard that too, and I kind of believe it. But look, morning's here, wearing its reddish cloak, walking over the dew on that hill to the east. Let's end our watch, and I say we should go tell young Hamlet what we saw tonight. I'm sure this ghost, silent to us, will speak to him. Do you both agree we should tell him? It's what friends should do, and what our duty demands. Yes, let's do it, please. And I know exactly where we can find him this morning without any trouble. They exit. Scene 2. Elsinore, a grand hall in the castle. Enter Claudius, King of Denmark, Gertrude the Queen, Hamlet, Polonius, Laertes, Voltman, Cornelius, other lords, and attendant.
Even though the memory of my dear brother Hamlet's death is still fresh, it was only right for us to mourn deeply, with the whole kingdom wearing a single look of sorrow. Still, reason has balanced out our natural grief. So now we remember him with wise sadness, while also thinking of our own duties. That's why we have taken as our wife, our former sister-in-law, now our queen, the rightful partner in ruling this warlike state. We've done this, you could say, with mixed feelings. One eye happy, the other still crying, smiling at a funeral, and singing at a wedding. Weighing joy and sorrow equally on the scales, we haven't done any of this without your counsel.
You have all freely supported this marriage, and for that we thank you. Now, as you know, young Fortinbras, thinking too little of our strength, or hoping that after my dear brother's death, the kingdom has fallen apart, has been bothering us with demands to return the lands his father lost to our brave brother, even though those lands were surrendered by lawful treaty. So that's enough about him. Now, about our own business. We've written to Norway, Fortinbras' uncle, who is old, weak, and bedridden, and likely doesn't know what his nephew is up to. We're asking him to stop Fortinbras, since the soldiers and weapons being gathered are coming from his territory, and so we're sending you, good Cornelius, and you, Voltmund, to deliver this letter to the old king of Norway. You don't have any extra authority to negotiate beyond what's written in these detailed instructions. Farewell, and may your quick action show your loyalty. In this and in everything else, we'll show our loyalty. We don't doubt that at all. Farewell, sincerely. Voltman and Cornelius exit. And now, Leatis, what's your request? You mentioned you had something to ask. What is it? Leatis, you can't speak reasonably to your king and not be heard. What could you possibly ask that I wouldn't offer even before you asked? The head belongs to the heart, and the hand naturally serves the mouth. In just the same way, the throne of Denmark is bound to serve your father. So tell me, Leatis, what do you want? My noble lord, I'm asking for your permission and blessing to go back to France. I came here willingly to Denmark just to show my respect at your coronation. But now that duty is done, I'll admit my heart and hopes are turning back towards France again. So I'm asking for your kind permission to return. Do you have your father's permission? What does Polonius say?
He does, my lord. After much asking and persistent pleading, he finally got me to agree. Though, I was slow to say yes. In the end, I gave my reluctant consent. So, I humbly ask you to let him go. Go then, Leatis. Take your time and use it well. Spend it as you see fit, with all your talents behind you. But now, my dear nephew, Hamlet, and now my son, aside, more than just family now, but definitely not friendly. Ugh. Why do you still look so gloomy and weighed down by sadness? Not gloomy, my lord. I'm just feeling too much under your sun. Dear Hamlet, take off those dark clothes of mourning and look kindly toward Denmark, your new king. Don't keep lowering your eyes, searching for the ground for your noble father. You know it's natural. Everything alive must die, moving from this life to eternity. Yes, madame, it's common enough. If that's true, then why does it seem to weigh so heavily on you alone? Seems, madame? No, it is what I feel. I don't just fake it. It's not just this black cloak, dear mother, or the usual dark clothes people wear in mourning, or the deep sighs forced out of my chest, or the tears streaming from my eyes, or this sad, defeated look on my face, or all the other signs and rituals of grief. Those things can look like grief, sure, because anyone can put them on like an act. But what I feel goes deeper than appearances. These are just the outside symbols and costumes of sorrow. It's kind and admirable in you, Hamlet, to honor your father with this mourning. But you must remember, your father also lost a father, and that father lost his before him. Each survivor, by duty, mourned for a while. But to keep on clinging to grief stubbornly like this, it's wrong-headed and unwise. It's unmanly grief. It shows a will that won't accept God's order, a heart that isn't strong, a mind that can't be patient, and an understanding that's naive and untrained. When death is something we all know must come, as common as anything else we experience, why should we fight it so bitterly and take it so personally? Shame on it. It's an offense against heaven, against the memory of the dead, against nature itself, and it's completely unreasonable, when reason itself has always said from the first man who died to the last, this must be the way of things. So please, let go of this useless grief and think of me as a father instead. After all, you're next in line for the throne. And with as much love as any father could feel for his son, that's how I feel about you. As for your plan to go back to school in Wittenberg, we really don't want that to happen.
We ask you to stay here instead, where we can keep you close, as our best courtier, our kinsman, and our son. Don't make your mother's prayers go unanswered, Hamlet. Please stay with us. Don't go back to Wittenberg. I'll do as you wish, madame, as best as I can. That's a kind and proper answer, Hamlet. Stay here in Denmark, and act in our place when needed. Madame, let's go. Hamlet's willing and gentle agreement warms my heart, and to celebrate it, every toast drunk in Denmark today will be echoed by cannon fire booming up to the clouds, and the king's drinking shouts will roar through the sky, making heaven repeat our earthly thunder. Come on, let's go. They all exit except Hamlet. Ugh. If only this heavy, solid flesh of mine would just melt away, dissolve and turn into mist. Or if only God hadn't made a law against killing yourself. Oh God. Everything in this world feels so pointless, rotten, boring, and empty to me. Damn it. It's like a garden, overrun with weeds, where only foul, wild things grow. That it's come to this. My father, dead, only 2 months. Not even 2. Such an amazing king. Compared to him, my uncle is like a satyr next to a god. He loved my mother so much. He wouldn't even let the wind blow too roughly on her face. Heaven and earth, do I really have to remember? She clung to him, like her hunger for love only grew the more she fed it. And yet, within a month, no, I can't bear to think of it. Women are the definition of weakness. Barely a month, her shoes from following my father's coffin weren't even worn out yet, and she cried like Newb, all tears. Yet, even she, oh God, even an animal with no reason would have mourned longer. She married my uncle, my father's brother, a man no more like my father than I am like Hercules. Within a month, before the salty, sinful tears had even dried on her red, swollen eyes, she married him. Oh, what a disgusting speed rushing so quickly to that incestuous bed. This can't end well, and it won't, but break my heart, because I must keep silent. Enter Horatio, Marcellus, and Bernardo. Greetings to you, my lord. I'm glad to see you looking well, Horatio, unless I'm completely mistaken. It's me, my lord, always your humble servant. No, you're not just my servant, you're my good friend. Truly, I'll trade those titles with you. But tell me, what brings you here from Wittenberg, Horatio? Oh, and Marcellus, my good lord. I'm very glad to see you too. Good evening, sir. But really now, why have you come from Wittenberg? I guess you could say I skipped out of school, my lord. I wouldn't let even an enemy call you that. And don't do my ears the insult of making me believe something bad about you, coming from your own mouth. I know you're no runaway, so what really brings you to Elsinore? Before you leave, we'll teach you how to drink properly, too. My lord, I came for your father's funeral. Come on, don't tease me, old friend. I bet you really came to see my mother's wedding. To be fair, my lord, it happened right after the funeral. Economical, weren't they, Horatio? The leftovers from the funeral feast were coldly served up again at the wedding tables. I wish I'd met my worst enemy in heaven before I had to see that day, Horatio. My father. I feel like I can see my father now. Where do you see him, my lord? In my mind's eye, Horatio. I saw him once. He was fine. He was a fine and noble king. He really was a true man. Through and through. I'll never see anyone like him again. My lord, I think I actually saw him last night. Saw who? My lord, the king. Your father. The king, my father? Hold back your shot for a moment and listen closely until I can explain what these gentlemen here have also seen with their own eyes. For God's sake, tell me. 2 nights in a row, these men, Marcellus and Bernardo, while on guard duty in the pitch black middle of the night, saw something incredible. A figure that looked just like your father, fully armed from head to toe, exactly as he used to be. It walked slowly and solemnly past them 3 times, close enough to touch, right within
reach of their spears, and they were so frozen with terror they couldn't speak a word. They told me all this in strictest confidence, so I joined them on the watch the third night. And just as they described, right on time, in the same form and every detail, the ghost appeared again. I knew your father well, and I swear it looked as much like him as these hands look like each other. But where exactly did this happen? My lord, out on the platform where we stand guard. And did you try to talk to it? Yes, my lord. I did try, but it didn't say a word. Though once I thought it lifted its head. It seemed about to speak or move toward us, but right then the rooster crowed loudly, and at that sound it hurried away and vanished from sight. That's very strange. As I live and breathe, my noble lord, it's the truth, and we felt it was our duty to come tell you about it. Truly, truly, my friends, this really disturbs me. Are you standing guard again tonight? Yes, my lord, we do. And you say he was armed? Armed, my lord. Head to toe? Yes, my lord, from head to foot. Then you must have seen his face. Oh yes, my lord, his helmet visor was lifted. And did he look angry? His expression looked more sad than angry. Was he pale or red? No, very pale. And did he keep his eyes fixed on you? Yes, stared the whole time. I wish I'd been there. It would have shocked you, truly. Most likely, yes. How long did he stay? About as long as it would take someone walking steadily to count to 100. Longer than that. Longer. Not when I saw it. His beard was streaked with gray, right? Yes, just like I remember in real life. Black, but silvered with age. I'll stand watch tonight myself. Maybe it'll come back. I'm sure it will, my lord. If it really takes on my father's shape, I'll speak to it, even if hell itself opened up and told me to stay silent. I ask you all, if you've kept this secret so far, keep it that way. Stay silent still, and whatever else happens tonight, watch and understand, but don't speak of it. I'll repay your loyalty. So farewell for now. I'll come meet you on the platform between 11 and 12 tonight. We're all at your service, my lord. Your friendship means as much to me as mine does to you. Farewell. Horatio, Marcellus, and Bernardo exit. My father's ghost, dressed for battle. Something's definitely wrong here. I suspect some terrible crime. I wish that would hurry up and come. Till then, stay calm. My soul, evil deeds will come to light, no matter how deeply they're buried. He exits. Scene 3. A room in Polonius' house. Antiliates and Ophelia. My things are already on board. Farewell, and sister, while the winds favor me and the ship carries me away, don't just fall asleep. Write to me. Let me hear from you. Do you really doubt I would? As for Hamlet and all those little signs of affection he shows you, see them for what they are. A passing fancy, a moment of youthful desire, like a violet that blooms early in spring, bright and sweet, but it doesn't last. It's just a brief perfume, a pleasure that fades in a minute. Nothing more. Nothing more than that? Really? Just don't think any more of it. See, as people grow, it's not just their bodies that get bigger, but also their minds and souls mature too. Maybe right now he truly loves you and there's nothing sneaky or dirty in his intentions. But you have to remember, because of his royal status, his choices aren't entirely his own. He can't just do whatever he likes, the way ordinary man can. His marriage decisions affect the whole kingdom's stability and reputation, so his freedom to choose is limited by what the state wants, since he's its prince and figurehead. So, even if he tells you he loves you, be smart and only believe it as far as his actions in his royal position can actually back it up, which isn't much further than what Denmark itself will allow. So, weigh carefully what you risk losing if you take his sweet words too seriously. If you give your heart away or surrender your virtue to his unchecked desire, be careful, Ophelia. Really. Be careful, my dear sister. Hold your feelings back. Keep them behind the line of danger. Even the most modest girl becomes careless enough if she lets her beauty shine openly under the moonlight. Even pure virtue can get attacked by gossip and rumor.
Fresh buds are often ruined by rot before they even bloom. And it's in the fresh morning of youth that the deadliest infections spread. So be cautious. Fear itself can keep you safest. After all, youth has a way of rebelling, even if no one else tempts it. I'll keep your wise advice close, like a guard on my heart. But dear brother, don't be like those bad preachers who point out the hard, thorny path to heaven for others while they keep themselves swagger down the easy, flowery road of pleasure. And ignore their own sermons. Oh, don't worry about that. Oh, I've stayed too long already. Oh, but look, here comes our father. Enter Polonius. A second goodbye is like getting double the blessing. And lucky for me, the moment lets me say farewell again. Still here, Leotes. Off with you! Off! You should be on board already. Shame on you. The wind's at your back, your ship's waiting. Now, take my blessing. Lays his hand on Leotes' head. And remember these few rules I'm about to give you. Don't speak every thought that pops into your head. And don't rush to turn wild thoughts into action. Be friendly, but never common or cheap. The friends you already have, whose loyalty you've tested, hold them close to your heart with iron bonds. But don't waste your time shaking hands with every fresh new acquaintance. Avoid getting into fights, but if you do, fight in a way that makes your opponent think twice about ever trying again. Listen to everyone, but speak to only a few. Hear people's opinions, but keep your own judgment. Dress as nicely as your wallets can afford. Not flashy, but classy and well-made. Clothes are often what tell people who you are. And in France, people of good standing are especially careful about that. Don't borrow and don't lend. Lending money often loses both the cash and the friend. And borrowing makes you careless with your own finances. And most important of all, be true to yourself. Then, as surely as night follows day, you won't be false to anyone else. Farewell. May my blessings sink deep into you. I humbly take my leave now, Father. It's time to go on. Your ship and your servants are waiting. Farewell, Ophelia, and don't forget what I told you. It's locked safe in my memory, and you alone hold the key. Farewell. He exits. Now tell me, Ophelia, what was all that advice about? If it pleases you, sir, it was about Lord Hamlet. Well remembered. Listen, I've told you already that he's been spending a lot of private time with you, and you too have been pretty generous with your attention. If that's true, and people have warned me about it out of concern, then I have to say you don't seem to fully realize what you owe to yourself, as my daughter, and to your own reputation. What exactly is going on between you two? Tell me the truth. My lord lately has offered me many signs of his affection. Affection? Nonsense! You talk like a naive young girl, not yet wise in such dangerous matters. Do you actually believe these signs of affection, as you call them? I don't really know, my lord, what I'm supposed to think. Then let me teach you, girl. Think of yourself as a child, because you've taken these little offers as if they were real gold, when they're not worth much at all. Value yourself more highly. Or, to put it bluntly, if you keep this up, you will make me look like a fool. But my lord, he's been pleading with me so sincerely, all in an honorable way. Honorable, you say? You can call it what you like. Go on. And he's backed up his words, my lord, with nearly every sacred vow under the heaven. Ah, traps to catch silly birds. Listen, I know all too well. When desire is burning hot, the heart is quick to lend the tongue pretty vows. These little flares of passion, daughter, they shine bright for a moment but give no real warmth, and they burn out just as quickly as they're spoken. Don't mistake them for true fire. From now on, don't be so quick to offer your company. Make him work harder to earn your attention than just calling for a chat. As for Lord Hamlet, remember, he's young, and he has more freedom to do what he wants than you do. In short, Ophelia, don't trust his vows. They're like tricky merchants. What they show on the outside isn't what they really trade in. They're just pleading for something sinful, speaking sweet words dressed up like holy prayers to trick you better. To sum it all up, from now on, don't waste a single moment even talking with Lord Hamlet. Mind what I say. Come along now. I'll do as you say, my lord. The exit. Scene 4. The platform. Enter Hamlet, Horatio, and Marcellus. The air is sharp tonight. It's freezing. Yeah, it really bites. What time is it now? I think it's not quite midnight yet. No, it just struck 12. Really? Oh, I didn't hear it. Then it's almost time. When the ghost usually shows up, a trumpet sounds and cannons go off inside the castle. What's all that noise about, my lord? The king's up tonight, throwing one of his wild drinking parties. He's toasting and shouting, and the drunken dancing is in full swing. Every time he downs another cup of German wine, drums and trumpets blast aloud to celebrate his toast. Is that really a thing here? Like a custom? Yeah, it's a custom, all right. And though I was born into it, raised to see it as normal, I think it's a tradition better broken than kept. These late-night drunk fests make us look bad to the rest of the world. They call us drunks, using piggish insults to trash our reputation. And it really does damage the respect we earn, even when we do great things. It's like this with people too. Sometimes a person has some natural flaw or quirk from birth. Not their fault, because nobody chooses how they're born. Or they let some single trait overgrow and ruin their judgment. Or they pick up a bad habit that spoils their good manners. Then, even if they got 100 pure and noble virtues, people still judge them based on that one little flaw. Just a drop of evil can poison all the good in someone's name. Look, my lord, it's there. It's here. The ghost enters. Heavenly angels and holy protectors guard me. Whether you're a spirit bringing peace from heaven or a cursed ghost from hell, whether your purpose is evil or kind, you come in such a strange, unsettling form that I have to speak to you. I'll call you Hamlet. King, father, royal Dane, oh, answer me. Don't leave me trapped in ignorance. Tell me, why have your bones, sealed in death, burst out of their coffin wrappings? Why has the grave, where we saw you peacefully buried, opened its heavy marble mouth to spit you out again? What does it mean that you, a dead corpse in full armor, walk here under the moonlight, turning night into a nightmare, making us poor mortal fools tremble so terribly with thoughts too deep and dark for our minds to handle? Tell me, why are you here? What's your purpose? What should we do? The ghost gestures for Hamlet to come. It's motioning for you to come with it, like it wants to tell you something in private. Look how politely it's waving you off to someplace further away. But don't go with it. No, absolutely not. It won't talk here, so I'm going to follow it. Don't do it, my lord. Why? What's there to be scared of? My life isn't worth a penny to me. And as for my soul, what harm can it do to that, when it's just as immortal as the ghost itself? Look, it's calling me again. I'm going to follow. What if he lures you out to the ocean, my lord, or to the terrifying edge of that cliff that hangs so steeply over the sea, and then turns into something monstrous that could drive you mad and make you lose your reason? Just think about it. That place alone can put wild, desperate thoughts into anyone's mind, just staring down at those crashing waves and hearing them thunder below. It's still beckoning me. Go on. I'm coming with you. You mustn't go, my lord. Let go of me. Hands off. Please listen to us. You can't go. My face is calling me, making every vein in my body as strong as a lion's nerve. Ghost beckons. It's still calling. Let go of me, gentlemen. Breaks free. By heaven, anyone who stops me will regret it. I say move. I'm coming with you. Exit Ghost and Hamlet. He's getting wild with his imagination. Let's follow him. It's not right to just let him go like this. Let's see where this leads. Something's rotten in the state of Denmark. Heaven will guide us. No, let's go after him. Exit. Scene 5. A more remote part of the castle. Enter Ghost and Hamlet. Where are you taking me? Talk. I'm not going any further without answers. Listen closely. I'm listening. My time is almost up. Soon I must surrender myself to burning, sulphurous torment. Oh, poor ghost. Don't pity me. Instead, give me your full attention to hear what I'm about to reveal. Speak, I'm all ears. And you'll owe it to yourself to seek revenge once you hear this. What? I'm the spirit of your father, condemned to roam the night for a set of time, and trapped by day in burning fires, until the terrible crimes I committed in life are cleansed and burned away. But I'm forbidden to reveal the secrets of my prison. Otherwise, I could tell you a story so chilling. It would shake your soul, freeze your blood, make your eyes pop out like stars,
and make every hair in your head stand like a porcupine quills. But this terrible truth can't be told to mortal ears. Listen, listen, listen. If you ever loved your dear father, oh God, get revenge for his horrible and unnatural murder. Murder! Murder. Yes, the worst kind. All murders are bad, but this one's especially twisted and unnatural. Hurry, and tell me so I can fly on wings as fast as my thoughts or love itself and get my revenge. You're quick to catch on. You'd have to be duller than a lazy weed rotting away by the Leith River not to react to this. Now listen, Hamlet. They say I died by a snake bite while sleeping on my orchard, but the whole kingdom's been fed lies about my death. The truth is, the snake that killed your father, the one who stings, now wears his crown. Oh, my God was right all along. It is my uncle. Yeah, that disgusting, cheating monster, my own brother, used his sneaky tricks and shady gifts. Oh, the wickedness of that mind and those bribes, how they can corrupt. He twisted the will of my supposedly virtuous queen to satisfy his shameful lust. Oh, Hamlet, what a huge fall from me, whose love was so noble. It went hand in hand with the vows I made to her in marriage, to stoop to a villain whose natural gifts are nothing compared to mine. But virtue never bends, even when lust tries to dress up as an angel. And lust, even if linked to an angel, will satisfy itself on trash. But wait, I think I smell the morning air. I'll make this quick. One afternoon, while I was sleeping in my orchard at my usual safe hour, your uncle sneaked in with a vial of cursed poison called Hebenon and poured it into my ears. A poison so deadly it fights with the blood of man, racing to the body like quicksilver. It churns and curdles the blood like a milk going sour. That's what happened to me. My skin broke out with sores, looking like the plague all over my smooth body. So I was killed in my sleep by my own brother's hand, stripped of life, crown, and queen all at once. Cut down in the prime of my sins, unprepared, not given last rites, sent to my final judgment with all my sins on my head. Oh, horrible, most horrible. If you've got any decency in you, don't let this go unpunished. Don't let the royal bed of Denmark become a throne for lust and damned incest. But however you get revenge, don't poison your mind against your mother. Leave her to heaven and the thorns in her heart to sting her conscience. Farewell now. The glow-warm signals dawn, and his weak fire is fading. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Remember me. Exit. Oh, all your armies of heaven. Oh, earth, what more is there? And should I add hell to that? Oh, hold it together, heart. And you, my muscles, don't give out on me now. Stay strong. Remember you? Yeah, you poor ghost. As long as memory still lives in this crazy head of mine, remember you? Yes, from the hard drive of my memory. I'll delete all the useless junk, every cliche, every boring lesson, every old habit that youth and life have copied there. And your command alone will live, pure and untainted in the book and volume of my brain. Swear to heaven, yes! Oh, most poisonous woman. Oh, villain, smiling damned villain, my notes. Better to jot this down. A man can smile and still be a villain. At least I'm sure that's true here in Denmark. Writing. So, uncle, there you are. Now here's my promise. It's goodbye. Goodbye. Remember me. I've sworn it. From offstage. My lord! From offstage. Lord Hamlet! From offstage. Heaven protect him! So be it! From offstage. Hey! My lord! Hey, boys! Come on, my friends. Horatio and Marcellus enter. How are you, my noble lord? What's the news, my lord? Oh, it's amazing. Come on, tell us, my lord. No way. You'll just spill the tea. Not me, my lord. I swear to heaven. Neither me, my lord. So what do you say? Would any man's heart believe it? But you, swear you'll keep this secret? Yes, by heaven, my lord. There's not a villain living in Denmark who isn't a downright scoundrel.
We don't need a ghost from the grave, my lord, to tell us that much. You're right. You're spot on. So without dragging this out, I think it's best we shake hands and go our ways. You, follow your plans and wishes because everyone's got their own stuff to do. And as for me, well, I'm off to pray. That sounds like just some wild spinning talk, my lord. Sorry if it ruffles you. Truly. Yeah, truly sorry. No offense taken, my lord. Yeah, by St. Patrick, there is, Horatio. And it's a big deal, too. About that ghost, it's a real spirit, I swear. For your curious minds wanting the truth, try to handle it as best as you can. Now, my good friends, since you're friends, scholars, and soldiers, just grant me one small favor. What's the favor, my lord? We got you. Don't ever spill what you've seen tonight. My lord, we won't say a word. No, swear it. Honestly, my lord, I swear. Me too, my lord, seriously. Then swear on my sword. We already swore, my lord. For real, swear on my sword. Seriously. Ghost from under the stage, swear. Boy, you see that? You there, straight shooter. Come on. You hear this guy down in the cellar? I agree to swear. What's the oath, my lord? Never spill a word about what you've seen. Swear it on my word. From below, swear. Here and everywhere? Fine. Then we'll move the spot. Come here, gentlemen. Put your hands back on my sword. Swear to never speak of what you've heard. Swear it on my sword. From below, swear. Well said, Ogo. Can you dig through the earth that fast? A true pioneer. Let's move again. Good friends. Day and night, this is seriously strange. So just treat me like a stranger and welcome it. There's way more going on in heaven and earth, Horatio, than you've ever dreamed up in all your fancy philosophy. But listen, right here, right now, I swear to you, no matter how weird or crazy I act, because I'm thinking of putting on a crazy act. When you see me acting strange with all my arms all awkward or shaking my head or dropping cryptic lines like, well, we know, or we could if we wanted, or if we feel like talking, or there might be if they could, don't you dare give me away. Keep it on the down low. This is serious. Don't let anyone know a thing about me. May grace and mercy save you when you need it most. Swear it. Ghost beneath. Swear. Rest easy, troubled ghost. Now, gentlemen, with all my heart, I send you my love and whatever a poor guy like me can do to show my friendship and gratitude. God willing, I'll do it. Let's head inside together. And please, keep your lips sealed. The world's all messed up. Damn this cursed fate. That I was born just to fix it. Come on, let's go. The exit. Yo, thank you so much. You made it to, what? How long is this? 40 minutes or something? Congratulations. You made it through all my nonsense. But, good on you, because you learned some good stuff about Act 1 on Hamlet. Good for you. If you want to keep reading alongside with me and anybody else, or if you just, don't want to be looking at captions or, the transcript, you can get the full thing. And by doing so, you will be supporting the channel, which is great, but no pressure. It's cool. It's fine. See you in Act 2, bruh.